This is the Mandelbrot set, arguably the most famous object in all of mathematics. It is built from an equation simple enough to fit on a single line, yet it hides infinite complexity. Today, we take the ultimate tour, from its broad outlines all the way down to its deepest hidden gems. Here is the rule. Pick a point, C, somewhere on the plane. Start at 0, then square it and add C over and over. If the numbers stay small forever, C belongs to the set, and we paint it black. If they shoot off to infinity, we color C by how quickly it escaped. This large heart-shaped body is the main cardioid. Every point inside, it eventually settles down to a single, stable value. Attached to its left is the big circular bulb. Points here never settle. Instead, they bounce forever between two values, a period 2 cycle. Studding the boundary are smaller and smaller bulbs, each with its own rhythm, period 3, 4, 5, and on forever. The larger the bulb, the simpler its cycle. Far to the west runs a thin antenna, ending in a needle at -2. It looks barren, but even out here, hidden structure is waiting. The interior is calm. The infinite richness of the Mandelbrot set lies entirely on its boundary, an edge so crinkled it very nearly fills 2 dimensions. So let's go to the edge and start zooming. Our first stop is Seahorse Valley, the narrow strait between the cardioid and the period 2 bulb. As we close in, delicate curling tails appear out of nowhere, the famous seahorses. Each seahorse is woven from smaller seahorses, its tail winding into a logarithmic spiral that never quite closes. On the opposite side of the cardioid lies Elephant Valley, where rounded bulbs line up, trunk to tail, like a marching parade of elephants. Zoom in, and every elephant carries smaller elephants along its back, the same shape, repeating at every scale. Deep on the antenna sits something astonishing, a complete miniature copy of the entire Mandelbrot set with its own cardioid, its own bulbs, its own antenna. There are infinitely many of these midgets, scattered throughout the set. Back in the valleys, the structures grow stranger, paired spirals winding into one another, and branches bristling with tiny stars. Near the special points mathematicians call Messier-Wick's points, the set thins out into branching dendrites, frozen lightning, perfectly self-similar wherever you look. Push closer, and each spark of that lightning opens into another burst of stars, and another without end. Now for the main event. We lock onto a single point on the boundary, back in Seahorse Valley, and begin to fall toward it, magnifying the image without stop. Just watch. Already the smooth curves of the valley dissolve into countless curling tails. Each tail is built from smaller tails, and each of those from smaller ones still. We have magnified the picture 100,000 times, and there is still no bottom in sight. Spirals wind out of spirals, each one studded with delicate stars. And then, look closely, a tiny black island drifts into view. It is a complete Mandelbrot set, a perfect copy of the whole, hidden a million layers down. Around this miniature, its own seahorse valleys bloom, exactly like the ones we left far above. "10 million times smaller than where we began, and the detail is as crisp as ever." "50 million, 100 million. The magnification numbers simply stop meaning anything. So we stop counting and just fall faster and faster, the same wonders rushing past, smaller and smaller, with no bottom anywhere ahead of us. Every seahorse, every spiral, every hidden copy, all of it pours from one short line of arithmetic. Square and add, a single rule and infinitely many worlds.